everyone. I'm sure you have learned a lot about communication, various media forms used for communication in our day-to-day life. But it is also important to understand that communication is not only confined to print, television, radio, photography, internet, etc. There are ways of communication which exist in different forms in and around you. Can you recall having seen a dance performance, a magic show, or a festive mela? Have you ever thought of how people used to share or exchange their joys, sorrow, information with each other before the existence of electronic media? What are the mediums that help them to communicate with each other? In this lesson, you will learn about some of these mediums of communication. Even today, you will find villages where there is no proper electricity. People in such places might not be able to view television or access the internet. Similarly, illiterate people will not be able to read newspaper or a magazine. However, this does not mean that they do not communicate. They have also developed different ways of communication depending upon local language and culture. You may have heard stories from your parents and grandparents about Ramayana and Mahabharata, about kings and the queens who ruled country several years ago. Similarly, there are stories about festivals and rituals and how to become good human beings. Information in this way has been handed over from one generation to another and constitute different forms of traditional media. So let us now define traditional media. The non-electronic medium which work as a part of our culture and as a vehicle of transmitting tradition from one generation to another generation is called traditional media. Traditional media comes in different form and is known by different names in different regions of the country. There are many other forms of folk arts in other states of India. They are used as Janamadhyam, that is people's media. These forms represents the people by giving a glimpse of their style, speech, music, dance, dress, behavior, etc. In this segment, we are going to talk about puppets as one of the traditional media forms. So, have you seen puppets or even wondered what they are? I'll tell you. The word puppet comes from Latin pupa, which means dolls. It is derived from ancient Indian thought that puppets have life. Puppet theatre is a form of entertainment found practically in all parts of the world. In puppet theatre, various forms known as puppets are used to illustrate the narratives. Let us find out more about them. So now let's talk about gloves puppet first. Glove puppets are mostly found in Orissa, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Puppeteers wear them on the hand and manipulate their head and their arms with their fingers. The puppeteer narrates his story in verse and prose while the puppets provide the visual thread. With a little effort and imagination, you can make your own glove puppet. Glove puppets are also known as sleeve puppets, hand puppets or palm puppets. The other form of puppet is string puppet. String puppet is a figure with multiple joints and suspended by a string, which is controlled. String puppets found in Rajasthan, Orissa, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. In this, the stress is more on the manipulative skills of the puppeteer. The third form of puppet is the rod puppet. Rod puppet are an extension of glove puppet but often much larger. They are fixed to heavy bamboos, sticks, which are tied to the puppeteer's waist. These are three-dimensional moving figures that are manipulated with the help of rods. The last form of puppet is the shadow puppet. In this form, shadows of puppets are used in black and white or in color. The flat figures, usually made of leather, are lightly pressed on a transparent screen with a strong source of light behind. The screen thus forms the barrier between the audience and the puppet, creating the projection of the image. The impact on the audience surrounded by the darkness all around is quite dramatic. The screen in India is a simple sheet stretched on an adjustable frame. So, traditional media, however, exists in various forms as seen and practiced in different parts of India. Some of the forms still exist in some places but may not be in its original form and content. They have been reinvented according to the modern environment. There are many such forms which plays a vital role in daily life.